It's now time for Sand Dollar Home Team Monthly Market Update.
My goodness, the year is flying by. We're already doing our February statistics, and we're actually doing them in the first week of March.
Ooh, wow.
Time is flying.
We're like almost a quarter of the way through the year. Can you believe that?
Wow. No, that's scary.
That is a little scary. But you know what isn't scary? These stats.
These stats are actually pretty cool. I'm excited to share this with you. You want to start, Faith?
Sure. Let's start with the median list price. And what we do is we look a year ago, last month, and also the month before that. So we'll do February 2025. The median list price was $395,000. In January 2026, the median list price was $392,250. And in February 2026, it was also $395,000, so sitting at the exact same as last year for the median list price.
Really holding in there at that price. So the median sale price, this was a different story. Median sale price in 2025, February, was $360,000. In January of 2026, it was $357,000. And now in February, it was $319,500. So that went down a little bit.
Yeah, it did. Yes, it did.
That's the reality of the market.
It is. Well, let's talk about the number of new listings because this one is interesting as well. So in February of 2025, there were 347 new listings that hit the market. Just January 2026, there were 314 new listings that hit the market. And the last month, in February of 2026, there were only 231 new listings that hit the market. So that's very interesting, especially since we're in season, snowbird season, where a lot of people are wanting to put their house on the market.
Right, and it's 100 less listings than last year, and probably a lot of less damaged listings.
That's
right. So these listings that are on the market are in better condition than the ones we had last year because of the storms in 2024. So that brings the total number of listings on the market in February of 2025. It was 1,498 listings. In January of this year, it was 1,266 listings. And just this past month in February, it was 1,222 listings. We're going to see the lower number of listings changing some of our other numbers here in the next few columns that we're going through.
Yes, we are. So total number of sales in 2025, February, there were 103 sales. January of 2026, there were also 103 sales. And in February of 2026, there was an increase. It went to 131 total number of sales.
Right.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of a conundrum here with the days on market because the days on market actually went up when our sales seem to be getting better. So last year in February, it was only 92 days on market. In January of this year, it was 98 days on market. And now in February, it's 132 days on market, which is the opposite of what should have happened compared to the other numbers.
Yes.
What about the months of inventory, Faith?
So the months of inventory for February of 2025 was 15 months of inventory. Ooh, that was high.
Yeah.
So last month, January 2026, there were 12 months of inventory, and in February 2026, months of inventory went down to 9.
Ooh, that's good. We like that.
Good. We do like that.
We like the inventory going down a little bit. Well, what that means for sellers is it's less leaning towards a buyer's market. We still are in a buyer's market because if you remember how we calculate that, that is if we didn't put anything new on the market, how many months would it take to sell everything that we have? And we want that number in a balanced market to be right around 6 months of inventory. So we're still at 9, we're still leaning towards a buyer's advantage in our market.
But it's way different than 15, which it was a year ago.
That's right.
So very different feeling, definitely a different feeling every day when we're in the market doing what we need to do.
Absolutely. We're seeing an improvement. We're seeing more activity, we're seeing more showings, we're seeing more offers. And hopefully that leads to more closings and more people that get to move to their next place.
Yes.
wherever that is. The number of price reductions, this is interesting, it's staying up there. Last year we had 452 price reductions in February of 2025. We had 371 price reductions in January of this year, and we had 396 price reductions in February. That's a lot of price reductions.
That is a lot of price reductions.
Yeah, I think people are realizing that the market didn't bounce right back
Yes.
after the hurricanes.
Yes, I think so too. And let's also talk about the closed price to list price ratio. And this is a number that's really holding steady throughout the past year.
Many years, actually. It's been
Many
hovering
years.
right around this point.
Yes, so closed price to list price ratio was 95.2% in February 2025, 95.4% in January 2026, and 95.1% in February 2026.
And we have to point out again that that is after the 396 price reductions, because that percentage is taken from the actual list price when the property goes under contract,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So the number of properties that went pending, this is a beautiful thing. Last year in February, there were 141 properties that went pending. In January of this year, we had 169 properties go pending. And just this past month in February, we had 213 properties go pending.
Woo woo. That is good. And again, I feel like this is just a trend that we're seeing every day when
Yes.
we are looking at the market and doing everything that we do and focusing on what our buyers' needs and what our sellers' needs are. And these numbers really show that, especially the numbers of properties that went pending with the increased showings,
Absolutely.
increased amount of offers.
And the lower months of inventory, so it's moving towards balanced.
Yes, it is. So one final step that we're going to look at is the number of expired listings. So these are listings that went on the market, sat on the market, and did not sell. So they went expired. In February of 2025, there were 13 listings that expired. In January 2026, there were 21 listings that expired. And in February 2026, there were 24 listings that expired.
Yeah, so that's actually up quite a bit. I'm surprised.
Right.
But, some of these numbers just didn't balance the way we thought they would, and that's the nuance of the market.
Yes, it is.
What
Okay,
else is happening in Englewood right now?
Best of Englewood voting is happening in Englewood right now. And
Alright.
this is important to us. It's important to every business in Englewood that everyone just go to the Best of Englewood voting through the newspaper website. We'll send you a link in the comments, or you can comment and say link and we'll DM you the link, whatever works best for you.
Yep.
And if you would vote for us, there's a whole bunch of different categories under the real estate. If you don't see our name, add in the Sand Dollar Home Team with Leslie Brown. We would love your vote and appreciate it very much.
Y'all, we appreciate you guys so much, and we can't do what we do without your support, so we really appreciate it very much. You could also, for the healthiest restaurant, put in Sip Sip Hooray Garden Cafe. That would be
Yes.
cool. That would be great. And that goes through March 20th, and you can vote every single day. And if you have more than one email, you can use more than one email. Just saying.
If you really, really like us, do that.
Yeah. All right. Now we get to do the drawing for the Sand Dollar Rewards, Faith.
Oh, am I drawing?
You can draw. Woohoo! Just one. Just one. Now, there's two things that people can do to get their name in the hat here. One is give us a review online on Google, on Realtor.com, on Zillow, on our Facebook, and you can get your name in the hat for a $50 gift card of your choice. Or if you have friends or family or someone that you know that needs real estate help, or even if they just have a question about real estate, give us their information so we can reach out to them and your name will go in the hat.
That's right.
Who'd you pull, Faith?
I pulled Karen Ferris.
Oh, awesome, Karen.
Good job,
Thank
Karen.
you so much, Karen.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank
it
you,
very
Karen.
much. So, if someone needs to get a hold of us, Faith, what are they going to do?
They are going to call the office at 941-681-3420 or comment down below.
Oh, yeah. Comment, DM, all of those things that use social media.
Or come visit us.
You can come visit us at the office at 240 West Dearborn Street. We'd love to see you. Remember, Thursdays are farmers market. We do have a little bit of parking behind our building, so if you're having trouble, you can park in our parking lot. Just come and see us and say, hey, Leslie, Faith, Ashley, Liz, Summer, Jackie, is it okay if I park here for a little bit? And we're definitely going to give you okay for that.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. Well, stop by and see us, reach out, and thank you so much for watching.